Scale, one of the strongest solutions, layer 2 solutions around. In fact, the fastest. Like the data on Scale in terms of their throughput is staggering. It's renowned as one of the fastest. It's really weird that the price action hasn't actually been overly great for Scale, because I think there is huge room for this to go up. And the potential looks really strong. I also want to highlight something regarding the gaming sector and where they are likely to put their focus, something that the Skale CEO has also said. Before I get into it though, guys, these are the first 26 coins that I did videos about on this channel. And when I did the videos, I showed myself buying these coins. If you'd have done the same, popped $100 into each one when I released the vids, you could have sat on those coins for 16 months. You wouldn't have even had to do anything. And then jump onto your exchange, sell them, and your total profit in under a year and a half would have been over 123 grand. Now, that's a house in under a year and a half. You don't have that long anymore. These markets are red hot. If you are looking to make money in the crypto market, you need to make sure your portfolio is sorted as soon as possible. If you're looking to wait 3 months, even 2 months, it's going to be too late. You're going to miss out on a ton of money. You're going to watch everyone else getting rich while you don't. If that's you, head over to copymycrypto.com. Just have a look at the site. On there, you will see what my members have earned. You will see the successes we've had. This is public record. You can verify it yourself. Copymycrypto.com is where I share the coins that I own with my members. Whenever I buy or sell any coin, I tell my members what coin and at what price. So my members get in and out of cryptos at the same price, so they have no work to do at all and they make the same profit. If that sounds good to you, pause this video now, read through the site. Just have a look through it all, verify it all. And if you like what you see, try it out, because it will help you get your portfolio sorted before these markets rip to the upside, guys. Now, Scale. Scale is a modular blockchain network. The whole premise is to bring scalability to Ethereum. It's the only blockchain network capable of running an unlimited number of fast on-demand blockchains with zero gas fees to end users. That's you and I. These individual chains are known as scale chains, and they can be dApp specific or they can be shared. The website says that it wants to enable people to build and run dApps in a decentralized modular cloud, which is built for real-world needs. According to Scale, those who build on the platform can run Solidity smart contracts thousands of times faster at a fraction of the cost of mainnet, which is, huge. With games and content streaming services among the projects that already take advantage of Scale's infrastructure. Jack O'Halloran is the co-founder and CEO. He's a tech entrepreneur specializing in blockchain and decentralized systems. He also has a strategic advisor role at Actana, which is a life sciences company. O'Halloran is quite regularly talking in the news or talking with media. I personally like that. That's something I want to see from leaders of blockchain projects, especially when you're in a bull cycle. One thing that you definitely want to see is are the leaders of projects on the news. And that's because, what does that do? That draws attention to people, to their project, and brings investors in. That's the big thing. It brings investors in. If you are capable of articulating what you want to say clearly and people can understand it, you are going to bring investors to you. Jack O'Halloran does this, and actually you'll notice this is a paid, or very, he's paid to have this article put in place on CoinDesk. This is Consensus Magazine. And it's about why blockbuster games will soon be built on modular app chains. And basically his point is bang on, which is that AAA rated games will be built on places like Scale because Ethereum's mainnet just isn't suitable. And the benefit of a modular blockchain as well is the gas-free experience for end users. The AAA gaming space is absolutely massive. This refers to the biggest games produced by the biggest developers. And to put into context, it's bigger than the movie industry and music industry combined. Almost 300% bigger. The stories are better and stronger, and the overall experience is more satisfying and enriching. A great example is Grand Theft Auto 6, where the trailer surpassed 184 million views since December. Large-scale games like GTA have firmly established themselves as a gaming phenomenon and a cultural and economic powerhouse within the entertainment industry. And you can carry on reading this article. I'm not going to read the whole bloody thing. But what is worth noting is that as games move into blockchain, which they will, because it's an opportunity for there are a couple significant opportunities. One is they could, in theory, make a lot more money, particularly if they have land. I know a lot of games these days have in-game purchases, and those in-game purchases do accrue a lot of money. But, you think about the value of, like, what people are paying for Sandbox land or Decentraland land a few years ago. If you've got a AAA rated game, if you've got a game that is loved by millions and they can buy land within the game, or then the net income for a company could be staggering. But it's not just that. You can get such a loyal following and loyal fan base when a fan base has ownership of their characters and everything else. And the inevitability is that the games are going to head into blockchain, into the blockchain world, and they are going to go with something like Scale, because again, you could literally have a Scale chain that's specifically just for the one game, and it means you're never going to have any issues with transactions. You're never going to have any issues with throughput. Everything will run smoothly. It's a natural evolution. Ethereum is a store of value now more than anything. And games top quality games aren't going to start using Ethereum when it's slow and it's a bit clunky. And you could use something like Scale. Don't forget, Scale is renowned as one of the fastest solutions around. It's been around for a few years, but it's saved nearly $7.7 billion in gas fees just by people using it. Total transactions nearly 560 million nearly. Heavily used, and they have huge amounts of funds that they are bringing to developers that want to build on top of them. And the ecosystem has grown, although I still think there is a lot more room for this to grow. I think we should be seeing a lot better or larger development in Scale. But in terms of games, as an example, they do have quite a few now. 5 Stars, AI Land, Arena Games, Baller City. Now some of these I'm very aware of, some of them less so. But you can see that the gaming sector of Scale is growing, and there is a reason for that. It makes total sense for a game developer to use Scale. And it is, it's one of the biggest industries in the world. Scale can aid development hugely. And when you look at its last bull cycle, it did bloody well. It did really well. It hit $1.22. I don't think it's getting anywhere close. Well, I don't think it's going to hit $1.22 again. I really don't. It did drop to real lows of like 2 cents in the bear cycle, and really only hit 11 cents at kind of peak. But Scale, part of the reason I don't think it's necessarily going to break previous high, it's already on every exchange, so it's not getting a listing bounce. Price action's been quite weak compared to some of the cryptos out there. I think there is a world where this can hit $1, because realistically it is saving billions and billions and billions of dollars for everyone all the time. Even if it was to only hit $1, it has a market cap of basically 5.5 billion. That is not staggeringly high. But as of right now, and I think that's probably best case scenario, but it's going to depend on what happens. How many games can they onboard? Can they onboard any massive games that really are interested in getting into the blockchain space? That's a big deal. But if they don't push on development front, if we don't really see the emergence of the gaming, which I think is really where they should focus, possibly content streaming as well. But, you know, if they can onboard like a massive content delivery network, you know, or they can onboard a huge game developer, this can bang. If it doesn't, though, I think this might be limited to around 50 cents. I think this might be limited to around 50 cents because, this still is a news-driven market. It's a speculative market and it's a news-driven market. So for them to absolutely bang, they need to nail down some good news. And if they don't nail down any good news, then I think there's going to be a pretty big drop-off from its previous all-time high of like $1.22, probably looking at around 50 cents. But let me know what you guys think about that in the comments down below. Do you think this can go way, way higher than its previous high? Of course, everything is possible, but if you do, why? Share in the comments down below, guys. And we're in a bull cycle. If you do not have your portfolio sorted, it is imperative that you get that done now. If you're looking at waiting 6 months, 5 months, 4 months, 3 months, it's going to be too late. You're going to have watched loads of people making tons of money in these markets while you don't. If you're not confident in your portfolio, just unsure about what you're holding, get onto copymycrypto.com. Have a look at what my members have earned. Have a look at the successes we have had. It is public record. You can verify it yourself. Copymycrypto.com is where I share the coins I own with my members. Whenever I buy or sell any coin, I tell my members the coin and the price that I'm either buying or selling. So my members get in and out of cryptos, exact same price as me, but they don't have to do any work at all. And if that sounds good to you, like I say, get on the site now, read through it or watch it, verify it, or watch the videos, verify everything that you read, and maybe try it out. Because if you're uncertain about your portfolio, it's going to be a rough summer for you guys. And that's it from me. Have a good day. Bye-bye.